We're impacted! We are impacted! We're impacted! We're ready to get up! We want to win! Light the fire of power and make us free! We never break down! We want to win! We are impacted! The best team! Hello, and welcome to Impacted Live, episode 127, coming to you from the Total Non-Stop Impact on YouTube and Twitch. I am your host, Lord Sith Bison, and today I am joined by the one and only, coming to us from the void, the Joker. Hi, Darth Joker. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Doing my best Sith Lord impression there. Not particularly great, I guess. But anyway, I was giving it a go. Guys, it's fantastic to be back this week after what I think was a fantastic special last week with the Multiverse United. We're going to have a little chat about that in a second. But what have you been up to this week, my friend?
Not a huge amount. Got the getting the back garden sorted, and yeah, that's been taking up most of my time. I'm only able to catch up on Multiverse United yesterday, so I'm very late to the party. And I was hoping to even catch up on check out the Ring of Honor event and even the company up north, because given the feedback on night one of that. But then seeing all the news from night two and the fallouts was made me think, no.
Not worth watching the second night.
I was hoping to broaden my horizon, but I might still stick with night one and check that out.
The one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Night two, not so great. But anyway, just like to say a quick hello to Zach and Zach and Mir obviously joined us straight off the bat, waiting to get in there. Nice to see you. And guys, again, I am still ill. Yes, I am still ill, guys. I still have the blocked sinuses. Still not feeling great. But I'm here. I'm doing what I do best, and that's talk about wrestling. We're here with you guys, so I'm just going to keep going until eventually this sinus issue is gone. But bear with me if I sound funny. Now, guys, one real important thing is to make sure that, if you're new to the channel, that you like what you see so far, then consider smashing that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It is important. Even if you're not new to the channel, just give us a thumbs up, because the more thumbs up we get, the further up everyone's timelines we go. So it's really important. Just join us. Just give us that thumbs up. Let us know that you care. I think that's kind of where we're at. And if you'd like to show your appreciation with, of course, the odd super sticker, that would, of course, be very much appreciated as well. And, of course, that does help us continue providing as much content as we can each and every week related to, of course, Impact Wrestling. The one and only the one and only thing that we talk about on this channel most of the time anyway.
It's been a bangorama.
My illness is 100% longer than Trent's marriage, I must admit. But there you go. I've tried everything. Absolutely everything. Like side X and all sorts of stuff to try and clear it all, but it's not going. So I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I will find out. But every show we get a Trent's marriage joke, don't we? So we got to go that.
Oh, every now and then, yeah. I think I tried to drop one in last week, and I think I paused out completely. But still,
everyone tries. Okay, so let's have a chat about some of the news and the rumors already. Let's just get stuck into it. Let's not mess about. You know what I mean? Let's not go off the rails. This show, we talk what we do. Now, it's really cool to see that the Impact Knockouts made the cover of the PWI, and of course there was a center feature as well, featuring Mickey James in there, and of course the Knockouts. Did you see this, Joe? Because I thought it was fantastic. Did you see it?
I saw the tweets about it. I saw Spanner Evans and Alicia Edwards and Peraza and Jordan Grace talking about it, and I think that's good to see that. Let's just hope it lasts. Let's just hope this isn't a one-off thing, just because Mickie James has had to vacate the title. Let's hope this is actually something that they at least bother to continue covering.
Well, I thought it was cool. I mean, it was a good spread about how fantastic the Impact knockouts to be led now. Always will be kind of scenario. We've got star power at the moment of Mickie James involved with it. Obviously, Gail Kim still being there, and the knockouts roster currently is pretty awesome. Let's face the facts. I mean, it's definitely certainly one of the best non-female only roster, sort of kind of female rosters on the planet right now, and you cannot deny that, right?
Yeah, you cannot deny it at all. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing.
There you go. Right. Bonus baby's in the house. Terrence has just turned up. How you doing, buddy? What's this GYV saying? So to be Impact World Tag something or other tag chat. Well, I'm quite happy with the current tag chaps. I think they're fantastic, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? You never know. One sad thing that happened this week, obviously, Bushwacker Butch passes away. We send all of our condolences to his close friends and family at this time. Real shame. Used to love the Bushwackers back in the day.
Huge loss. Huge loss to the world of wrestling. That's just that took me back. Just think, oh god, it's just
they were awesome. I love the Bushwackers. They were fantastic. I mean, you had the Bushwackers and the Road Warriors and all those they were just amazing. Yeah. They were fantastic tag teams. It was back in the day where you had a proper theme to your tag team, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like proper 80s tag team wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly. You had proper themes. You got the Dudley Boys and you got the Bushwackers and you got the Headbangers. Do you remember the Headbangers?
Oh, the Headbangers were hilarious. I thought they were brilliant.
So some fantastic stuff. Fantastic tag teams. A real loss to the wrestling world there. So, like I said, we send all of our love and condolences to the family of Bushwacker Butch. Anyway, moving on. New episode of Diary's just been released as well. And this particular episode is all about the journey of Bhupinder Gujjar. I think this is a fantastic. It was a fantastic episode. This season of Diary has just been outstanding, hasn't it? Have you caught this one yet?
I've not caught this one yet. No, I've been so busy with everything else. I've been meaning to catch this one. Only just had enough time to squeeze in digital media exclusive and Multiverse United last night. But this is what I'm going to be checking out because I'm such a huge fan of Bhupinder Gujjar. He's been so impressive since he's come up to Impact Wrestling, and it's just been incredible. It's just been such a great guy to follow.
His career has been fantastic. I mean, obviously we knew Bhupinder Singh before. He's come back. He's just been absolutely incredible, and I'm so pleased with the way that he's sort of kind of like being progressed, and it just totally makes sense as well. We do have a massive following in India, so it does make sense that he is prominent on the roster right now. I think he's doing a great job. I can see him winning some titles fairly soon. To even if it's maybe digital media title, there's definitely scope in there for him to do that. Definitely. Let me just reduce this a second because I can't read everything. Right. Now, the wrestling world stands with Giselle Shaw against hate when Rick Steiner offers his thoughts towards her at WrestleCon over the weekend. Impact Wrestling obviously standing with her in the community right now. What were your thoughts on this? I mean, come on, this day and age, really? You stand?
I was fucking furious.
You stand in the middle of WrestleCon shouting that kind of stuff. What's that about?
I was fucking furious. It's supposed to be professional, basically, and set an example for everybody in who's the fans in attendance and all that. And you're supposed to be a veteran of the business, so you're one of the guys everyone looks up to, regardless of and you're acting like a fucking child. And if that was a fan, they would have got more than just a fucking ban for life.
It's just horrific. That's just horrific, and
it's so disgraceful.
He's showing up his entire family as well. I mean, it's like, I don't know whether I don't think Scott has released any information, released anything in regards to where Rick and Scott don't actually talk these days. So I'm not too sure what the situation is there, but just horrific stuff. I mean, you just don't stand in the middle of anywhere and start spouting off that kind of anybody. It's just totally uncalled for. I mean, we all know, especially after recently watching, Giselle Shaw's diary that we did, a lot of us did. We all know she's had a real tough time of it all. And it's great to see that she's really making a success of her life. I think it's fantastic, and I'm glad to see the not only Impact but a lot of the wrestling world is standing by her, which I think is great. But yeah, so now there was some big news. Now I don't know whether this is true or not, or whether it's sort of kind of in the realms of rumor. But the big news that sort of kind of like popped over the last couple of days was that WWE had been sold to the Endeavor Group. Now, I didn't know whether this was sort of kind of like a joke based on the fact that that the future endeavors and all that kind of stuff. But the rumor is that they're going to be merged with the UFC. Now, I've read this in several different places. Now, what are your thoughts on this? If this is something that is actually true, Joe, what are your thoughts on this?
I think it has actually gone through now, and from a personal standpoint, I think it's great that if it is officially through, it's good that it's on home soil. Because if this had gone to the they were speculating it would be sold to Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that, and everyone would have just gone fucking apeshit on that. But
what about this whole kind of merging it with UFC type scenario? I mean,
I don't see them merging the entire product together. I think that that it's basically like how AEW's got Ring of Honor and Dynamite as separate shows, or are supposed to have them as separate shows in this case. Like Raw and SmackDown and NXT are separate shows for WWE. It's all it's doing is they're buying WWE so they can get them off of Peacock, they can get them out off of Fox, basically, and keep them onto one network. And honestly,
interestingly enough,
it makes sense that they stay somewhere where they've got Vince McMahon's got a lot of connections up with the guys on the Endeavor Network as well. So that obviously helped things go through a lot smoother as well. So it just makes sense that they go somewhere where they've got people who will back them.
Okay, so Bonus Baby saying the sale definitely went through and stuff. And he was talking about that he also talked crap to Gia Miller as well, going back to the Rick Steiner thing.
Yeah, well, Gia Miller stuck up for Giselle Shaw and really got in his fucking face about it.
Yeah, I don't blame her. It's just joke. It's a joke, really. But yeah, Bonus Baby, look, so he didn't pick up on the old Future Endeavors thing.
Yeah.
That's what it's all kind of. I was like, what? I didn't get it. I did get it, but okay, so it's definitely gone through. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see where it all pans out. I mean, the rumor is it's going back to TV14, and
I think that's another reason why Endeavor's been the choice from get out of the PG era as soon as possible, and they're going to try and revive the Attitude Era or something similar to it, but. I hope any changes they do make don't come in too quickly, because AEW bought in everything that big so quickly it's now fallen flat on its face. So WWE don't want to make that mistake, because this is essentially like a fresh start now.
Well, the problem that you've got is you don't have the talents that the Attitude Era had. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's nobody out there that's a Stone Cold. There's nobody out there that's as good as The Rock, the Undertaker.
It's going to take time. It's going to take time to get the wrestlers into the character to be anything like the Attitude Era. But they're going to try and.
Did you know what made the Attitude Era good? What made the Attitude Era good was kayfabe.
Yeah.
Right? And the trouble is, you're never going to recreate that anymore. You're not going to recreate that ever again. But there you go. Bonkers. Rick Steiner is a bum.
Yeah.
I agree. Totally. He's clearly a bum. But anyway, so it'd be interesting to see how that all pans out. I don't want to waste too much time talking about the A, but, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Against all odds, we'll be in Columbus, Ohio, at the Ohio Expo Center. Now, I've heard...
Hashtag we want Jake Christ.
Yeah, exactly. Jake needs to... Come on. Now, my thought here is that... Is that a bigger venue? Because I don't think I don't remember being there before.
They've not been to Columbus in Ohio. I don't think they've been to several places in Ohio, but Columbus is a pretty big part of Ohio, and it is one of the bigger venues. Yeah, and it's also I'm trying. My geography is not good, but I know it's a different arena, so it most likely is going to be bigger as well. Much bigger capacities for sure. And Sammy Callahan's got a lot of connections around there too. Yeah,
3,500 apparently.
It's going to be
quite
good.
a lot, isn't it? That's a lot. That's a big jump. That is a big jump. I'm not sure how many they're packing into the Rebellion Center, but I mean the Rebellion Center is one of the big 4 pay-per-views, and that's a smaller venue apparently. So they're obviously going for it. In some way, shape, or form. But it'd be interesting to see. Does anybody out there in the chat have any idea how many the Ohio Expo Center seats or can fill? Because it's a fair old. From what I could gather, it's a pretty big place. I'm interested in that. So what we got going on here? Slowpoke's in the house. So it's good to see Slowpoke. Package went to you today, Bison. Oh, good man. Thank you, buddy. Should be there in a couple of days. Oh, that's fantastic. Like, talking about Slowpoke, as he's sending me some new stuff, right? Let's give him some stuff. I'm looking for when the new stuff comes, I'll be letting you guys know about it. But you've got to get over to slowpoketoys.com. We'll do an unboxing. That's what we'll do. Yeah, when the stuff comes next Wednesday, we'll do an unboxing, or I might do a special unboxing. But these are the kind of things that the dude does. They're great. They're fantastic. I haven't opened all of them. I opened some of them up. So, but I've got some stuff here. I'm going to let you have some of this, Joe. Actually, when I see you in July, we've got the indie wrestling collectibles here. They're pins. That's a broken table. Support your local independent wrestlers, all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And of course, you've also got like the stickers and that, these kind of like, love indie wrestling. He's all about the indie wrestling, support local independents, that kind of stuff. So we've got loads of this kind of stuff. I like these ones actually. I've got these actually stuck all over my back area, little broken bits and bobs. Brilliant. So definitely worth checking out. So that's not the only stuff he does. It's just some of the stuff I've got here, guys. But definitely go check it out. Let me just check the website address again to make sure I get it right. So it's slowpoketoys.com. So www.slowpoketoys.com. Go and check it out. Some fantastic stuff on there. I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he sent me over. So, what? 20k people at the Ohio Expo Center? I'm pretty sure they're not going to set it up for that, surely. I wonder how many they'll set it up for.
They'll probably set it up. They'll probably set it up for 2,000 to 3,000. See what they can do then. Like we did with Windsor. Or what they're doing with Windsor.
Definitely.
They're going to set it up something around about that size, which is about right, really, to keep going for that until, like, say, Slammiversary, and then see how far you can go then.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, Barry. It is a bit like QVC today. Like I said, slowpoketoys.com. Get over there, buy these bad boys. Right? They are good. It's good quality stuff. These pins, I got several of these pins on some of my wrestling shirts that I'm going to wear to shows. So go and check them out. They're really good. Anyway, done with for today. But anyway, so interesting stuff. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. I hope they can pack this. Again, if you start going to the bigger venues and you're not packing them out and it looks shit on TV, then that's not great either, is it? No. But it says parking for 14,000 vehicles, ties for 2,000 cattle, plenty of room for the bike. That's true. Maybe the Bison needs to get on the plane, get to Ohio, go and pick up his buddy Jake Christ, head over down there and make a super entrance, a surprise appearance. Maybe go in there and kick some design ass. I don't know. There's got to be something that's got to go on there. Definitely something's got to go on against all odds. Because to be fair, that would be against all odds, wouldn't it? That happening would be against all odds, so it would make sense. But talking about merch and stuff like that, of course, the Coven have just released a brand spanking new T-shirt, which is now available on shopimpact.com. So make sure you go and check that out. It's called Just the Coven. It's a pretty cool T-shirt. I was thinking of ordering that myself. I was already becoming a big fan. And to be fair, if I've got a Death Dolls T-shirt, I might as well get a Coven T-shirt as well. I'm into all of that sort of stuff. So head over and go check that out, which is pretty cool. I think there's loads of other new stuff on there as well. Don't forget, of course, you've got the pre-order for the new toys as well. Not that I say toys, the figures. The
action figures.
The action figures are on there as well. So looking forward to checking those out. But talking about the Coven, and of course the Coven is led by the gorgeous Taylor Wilde. Her podcast Wild On guest this week, of course, which is just released yesterday, is the gorgeous Chelsea Green. So that's pretty cool, don't you think?
Happy birthday to Chelsea Green too.
Oh, when was her birthday?
Yesterday. Or I think it was yesterday.
I missed that one. I apologise. Happy birthday, Chelsea Green. I know you don't watch the show, but hey, happy birthday anyway.
We missed the hot mess.
We do miss the hot mess. You know, I actually miss Laurel. I do.
Yeah.
I loved Laurel Van Ness character. I thought she was fantastic. And she sold it so well.
Yeah.
It was almost like she was actually pissed at every show. But no, it was. I thought that was a great character. I loved it. Now, obviously, this past Thursday at Multiverse United, Eddie Edwards also issued a challenge to Kenta. Now, is that for his open weight title, or is it just a challenge to have a fight?
It is for his title. I'm so excited for this match. I saw the confirmation of it, like the day after the whole challenge was issued. It was all done backstage after Kenta's match. Eddie Edwards said to him, "I want a shot at that," basically, because they got such a long history together. And I've retweeted a post from Eddie Edwards about it on my Twitter feed. They got like a 10-year history between the two of them from Pro Wrestling Noah, so they know each other so well. And but this match is going to be absolutely dynamite. Honestly, it's unmissable. This match, it's just going to be so good.
Okay, and according to Zach, today is Diamond Dallas Page's birthday as well. Happy birthday to DDP. But there you go. What's this? They are adult male collectibles. Slowpoke.
That's the toys. Yeah,
that's it. That's the toys. Figures. Adult male collectibles. I agree. Okay, fair enough. We've also had an episode of Callahan Uncensored this week released with no less the inevitable one, Ace Austin. I watched some of this. It was actually quite funny.
Yeah.
Poor old. I don't think. To be fair, I don't think Ace really managed to get a word in edgeways. He was like Sammy was just all over him. And clearly a big fan. He was very impressed with the size of Ace's legs, which I found quite amusing. But definitely a good watch if you are an Ultimate Insiders and you do Impact Plus. If you subscribe to Impact.
Well, I thought what was funniest was that he buzzed up the introduction again with and he got the amount of titles Ace Austin wrong, and Sammy just
that was funny. That was funny.
Even
he flipped at him,
I was shouting at my damn computer 3 times.
3 times, damn it, Sammy! 3 times. Anyway, it's definitely worth watching. I do like the Uncensored. They're really good. So if you haven't got Ultimate Insiders, these extra things that they put on are definitely worth the extra money. So it's worth checking it out, guys. So you get Wild on with Taylor Wilde. It's really good. She talks to just pretty much loads of female wrestlers and stuff. She has the odd guy on there as well, but some good stuff there. And we've got Callahan Uncensored, which is also pretty good. Hopefully, we'll see some more of those, over the coming months later on. As the year.
Yeah, we're getting.
I really like them. They're pretty good.
We're getting the main event Mondays now as well. That was a good match this week too.
Well, talking about main event Monday, I think I put that on my list, which is the next thing we're about to talk about, Joe. So that was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah. So you got main event Monday. It was Josh Alexander and Mickey James versus Giselle Shaw and Dango. I haven't watched it because this one is exclusive to Impact Plus. Am I right?
Yeah.
So I haven't watched this one, but you know,
it will be out on YouTube, I think, as well. Jay Chung tweeted about it last night as well.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be on YouTube as well. But the match was really, really good. Really, really solid match from both of them. And Josh Alexander really it was just him and Mickey James worked so well together. They're both. It was just a really, really fun match.
So I assume this is before their tricep and before Mickey James's rib injury.
This was before Mickey James took on Masha Samovich for the Knockouts World Title.
Hang on, Mir, I'm just passing over.
Yeah,
there you go. Ooh. I've celebrated it for you. Then the other news was you got Jordan Grace wins a bodybuilding contest. I don't know too much about what this bodybuilding contest was, but it looked like she won pretty much everything that was available. So, well done, Jordan Grace. Woo, Jordan, yeah. So she does look unbelievable at the moment. She did release something on Twitter the other day saying that she's recorded at 7% fat, apparently. Jesus Christ, that is seriously lean. And when you consider that, you know, only 2 or 3 years ago when she came into Impact, she was quite thick, wasn't she? She was quite, you know, she was big. She was a big girl. She's a big, solid, strong girl. But now she's dropped pretty much anything that was related to fat by the side of it, and is all tone and muscle. Which is fantastic. And the rumor is that she's going to head to the national bodybuilding competition later on this year, apparently. So fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Congratulations, Jordan. We're all very proud of you. And who knows, maybe there's another title reign at Rebellion in your future. You never know. We'll talk about that in a bit. Score for Jordan Grace, judges. Yes. She's turned into an X-Man or an X-woman or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Is it X? Yeah, X-divisioner within 1 year. Yes, she has. You're right. She has. She really has. But I think it's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Good for her. Now, finally, on the sort of kind of news and rumors front, Team Impact of Alicia Edwards, Steve Macklin, and Deanna Peraza will be taking part in the Disney Pixar's Cars for 5K. This is to raise money for muscular dystrophy. Now, guys, you know, they're asking people to donate as much as they possibly can so that they can raise as much money as possible for this very, very worthy cause, because it's something that they can cure. You know, they're trying to cure. Let's put it that way. So you know, definitely worth checking that out. I think is the link below in the description, Joe.
The link is in the description, yes. And you can always also just jump onto Deanna Peraza, Alicia Edwards, or Steve Macklin's Twitter feeds. It'll be on there, and I've shared as much as I can about it around from Deanna Peraza and Alicia Edwards on my feed as well.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, get over there, guys. You know, even if you can spare, you know, $1, you know what I mean, £1. It's at the end of the day, every penny counts. It's definitely worth getting over there and showing those guys a bit of love. Donate it to a very, very worthy cause, very, very worthy cause. And I would thank you a million times if you popped over and did that. But there you go. So some lovely stuff coming out of Impact. I think in the last 12 months or so, Impact have been involved in a lot of things that you know are not necessarily financially gaining for them, but helps other groups. I think this is amazing. They did something in Vegas, didn't they? A couple of trips ago, which was involved raising money for some sort of children's charity. I think it was. Which I thought was great. And obviously now they're doing this one as well, which is fantastic. And of course, Deanna, Steve, a couple, obviously, and then Alicia Edwards getting involved in this one. Team Impact, go Team Impact, I say. So yeah, fantastic stuff. Now, Joe, Multiverse United results. Now, I'm relying on you heavily on this because, as I said last week, I would probably struggle to watch all of this. I've only really watched highlights. Okay, so I am very much relying on you that watched the show. What, yesterday?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
Okay, to keep me alive on this one. So we'll go through it
Good
gradually.
job, Scott. Good job.
Well, first of all, it is a good job. It is a good job to see Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling working together so well and putting this show together in the first place. Absolutely awesome. And I hope we get more and more stuff like this in the future. Would be nice to see this as a major pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm hoping this becomes a yearly thing around WrestleMania for the WrestleMania weekend, because it gave Mike Bailey a hell of a lot of he did a hell of a lot of matches over the WrestleMania thing, and this was like what fifth or sixth one into his huge run over the entire weekend. It was He does it every WrestleMania weekend. And this, I've had to have this as one of the staple shows that Mike Bailey could go to. Moose, Eddie Edwards, Joe Hendry, and guys like that. It'd be really, really cool. And
yeah, definitely.
All the guys in New Japan Pro Wrestling, that Aussie Open especially benefited from this as well, because they did this and then they went to Ring of Honor straight afterwards and did the thing there.
Yeah. Just I want to throw back something here because Mears just put something in the chat talking about Charlotte Flair thinking about doing bodybuilding now. Do you know what I think would make an awesome bodybuilder? Savannah Evans.
Yeah.
I honestly think that if Savannah Evans was to put her mind to it, right, she could be amazing. She could be like incredible. She could be incredible. I'm not saying she's not, doesn't look great now, but obviously, in terms of where Jordan was, say 2 years ago, she's sort of kind of similar to Jordan, but just taller. Do you know what I mean? She's taller, but in that similar frame. I think she would be amazing. I think Savannah Evans could be an amazing bodybuilder. I really do. She could be massive. Got a lot. That's my thoughts. But anyway, back to Yuya Uemura versus Gabriel Kidd. Now, I obviously I didn't watch the match. I know that Yuya gets the win, which is good news for him. What was this? What was the match like, Joe?
It was really fast paced and really quite even from start to finish. It could have gone either way. It's mine's a bit of a blur. This is one of those events where you really had to see it all to take it in.
Yeah.
It was a really, really good solid opening match. There was the one opening match on the pre-show before the whole thing kicked off, and this really, really did set the bar of, can you guys beat this? And Yuya Uemura and Gabriel Kidd, did I get his name right? Because I keep getting confused with somebody else.
Yeah, you keep thinking it's similar to Justin Gabriel. That's who you're thinking of, isn't it? Of course,
they have a lot of history in New Japan before Yuya went over to America. So there was like a heated rivalry between them in the dojo, and that came. Then Tom Hannaford and Matthew Raywald were talking about that as the match was going on too. So you could really see that coming through. That the professional rivalry between the two of them, trying to outdo each other, and one-upsmanship was really, really good to see too. It's just showing that the mentality that they get over in Japan, is so much different to how it is across in the US and everything like that. It really is like you go out there and you prove to everyone that you are the best by knocking the shit out of each other.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So it was a good match.
It was really good.
It was a good showing for Yuya Uemura, which we know the dude can go, and it's good to see that he's obviously back from his injury as well, because he was injured about a month ago, wasn't he? We then go into the main show, and the show kicks off with, which must have been an absolute slobber knocker of a match. Trey Miguel versus Rich Swann versus Kevin Knight versus Frankie Kazarian versus Clark Connors versus Rocky Romero in a X Division Scramble Championship match. This must have been absolutely insane. And I did catch some of the highlights of this. And I have to say, I'm definitely going to try and see if I can get to see the full match of this because it looked amazing. Trey Miguel, scrambles to get the victory and retain the X Division title. But what was this like, Joe?
This was chaotic. It was really, really, really chaotic. What my only gripe with it was short. It was quite short. But then a 6-man match is designed to be like show everyone, basically just show off who you've got, and then see who, and it being a scramble match. It ended how a scramble match should do.
Yeah.
But there was a great showing from Trey Miguel, from Rocky Romero, from Kazarian, especially. They really, really stood out in this match, and it was really, really good.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm glad to hear that one. Don't forget, guys, as we're talking about these matches, don't forget to leave your thoughts, because I'm sure many of you did actually watch the show.
Hello, Sammy.
Oh, Sammy's arrived.
Yeah.
He's just done an ICU moment. He's just stirred that.
Broke through the door.
We then had Eddie Edwards, filthy Tommy Lawler, JR Kratos, and digital media champion Joe Hendry versus Callahan, as he's just appeared. Alex Coughlin and PCO. Now, as I'm aware, basically PCO pinned. Who did he pin?
Oh God, I forgot his name.
Was it Kratos?
Yes. Yeah.
Kratos.
He pinned Kratos. Yes.
Right. So he gets in there to PCO pins Kratos to get the win over obviously Team Eddie, I suppose you could say. I mean, it's almost like it's Team Callahan versus Team Eddie Edwards kind of.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of talk about the heated rivalry between Callahan and Eddie Edwards. They kicked off the match, and that all the mutual respect they had for each other when Sammy was teaming with Eddie was out the window, and they were really at each other for a very, very short period of time, and then Sammy tags in PCO and all hell breaks loose.
Fair enough.
It was, and some of the things that Joe Hendry managed to pull off against the I forget his name. They got but the guy on the opposite team that was amazing. It's just I wish it makes
Coughlin,
me want
Alex Coughlin.
Yeah,
or it makes Fred.
I think it was
Maybe Fred Rosser's pretty big.
Yeah, it makes me want to really, really check out what they've got on New Japan Pro Wrestling a lot more, because if this showcased a lot of talent that I've heard of but never seen, or I've seen briefly and then never seen again. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what Mir's saying is PCO and Eddie Edwards didn't really have that much, so they didn't fight much.
No, Eddie Edwards, they avoided each other a lot, but this is sort of like playing into we got this match coming up at the Fallout from Sacrifice, haven't we, with Eddie Edwards and PCO? So it's sort of like playing into there. But Sammy, it was good. It was good.
So you enjoyed it then?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I just can't put it into words, and it's just
that's a bit of a nightmare for a podcast, Joe.
I know. It's just it's ridiculous.
I know, you'll get there. We then had the wrestling god Moose versus Jeff Cobb, the unit, or whatever he calls himself. Jeff Cobb, eventually gets the win on this one. What was this one like? I bet it was a lot of big men slapping meat.
Oh God, it was a hoss fight. True hoss fight. It was good. Really, Moose pulled off some bloody amazing stuff in this match, and so did. I knew Jeff Cobb was good, and this is the first match I've actually seen him wrestle. But my God, he is amazing. He is so good.
What's really interesting about Jeff Cobb is he's classed as sort of kind of like a big bruiser, a big beast of a dude.
Yeah,
he's actually not that big, is he? He's not very tall. Like compared to Moose must have been towering over him.
Oh, Moose towered over him height wise, but if you were to go by width, then Jeff Cobb is massive. He's absolutely,
he is.
Yeah,
he's a unit. He is a unit, isn't he?
He is huge. He is so. It was. It could have gone either way for a very long time. It was really, really good, and it came down to just Jeff Cobb finally dominating Moose with his finisher, which was really, really impressive. So to deadlift him off from the ring and managed to slam him down. And that power slam was bloody impressive.
Really. Again, like I said, I'm gonna have to watch this stuff. I'm excited. Actually, you're making me
excited. If you're a big fan of big guys in the ring, this is a match to go and check out.
Okay, cool. So we then had Masha Slamovich versus Diana Peraza versus Giselle Shaw versus Mayu Yamashita. I don't know how to say that. But the winner challenges for the Knockouts World Championship at Rebellion. We know that obviously Diana Peraza gets the win here, which is awesome news. Very happy about that. Because Diana does what she says she's going to do.
I am the greatest.
You're right. She is the fucking great. And she literally does what she says she's going to do every time, don't she?
Yeah, absolutely. This match was incredible. This was one of the reasons why I really wanted to tune into the whole event, because this match really had my attention when Mickie James was in it.
Yep.
It was good to see Mickie James joined everyone on commentary, so she was still technically there, but it was bittersweet when Mickie James was there, because she couldn't be in the ring, and she was really, really down about not being able to get in the ring. You could really tell. But Masha Slamovich taking her place, that brought back a lot of heat between her and Diana Peraza. Unfinished business there. The woman they got from Japan, I can't pronounce her name. She was incredible, and I think she debuted on Impact Wrestling on Thursday as well. So
that's right. That's
a match.
Great.
That's a match I've got to check out too. But this,
it was a shame it was against Killer Kelly.
Yeah, but she really excelled in this. I thought she was going to win if I hadn't seen Diana Peraza that had won the match. I thought she was the one who'd be walking when we get her versus Jordan Grace.
Yeah, and then, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, but either way, it was so good. And Giselle Shaw did really, really showcase a lot in this too. She started off dirty, leaving the ring, letting everyone fight it out. But when she got involved and took a hell of a lot of bumps from everybody.
Yeah. And can I just go back quickly there? Bonkers, you've got that rock. Cobb, it basically is Rhino, but better.
Yeah.
He's like a version of Rhino, but better at wrestling. Which is fine. To be fair, that's not me saying Rhino is a bad wrestler, because he's a great wrestler. But Cobb.
It's like if you were to cross Rhino and Willie Mack, you would get Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you probably would. Yeah, I get that.
He moves like one of these big guys you don't expect to move, and he's absolutely massive. So you wouldn't. It's insane what this guy can do.
It's like Bobby Lashley, isn't it? Moves like a race car. Well, hits like a tank. That's what he's like. But there you go. So we then get the Impact World Tag Team Champions Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus Aussie Open. Versus TNI-UK versus Motor City Machine Guns.
I love this match!
For the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Of course, the Bullet Club retain, which I think we were all expected to happen. But I think this had classic written all over it. What was this match like, Joe?
This was pretty chaotic too. It was what you wanted to see from tag team wrestling. Really, it's one which you have to really watch it to believe it, because it was. I can't put it into words. Honestly, it's just me tripping over myself at the moment. I really can't put it into words. It was a bloody good match. to sum it up very briefly.
I agree. I was expecting, for me, I thought that this was potentially going to be one of the matches of the night, along with probably the open weight championship match, Kenta versus Suzuki. I thought that was probably going to be pretty big. And then, of course, you've got Bailey versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. I thought that was going to be pretty awesome as well. So, but this, I'm expecting this to have been probably right up there with both of those matches.
It was right up there for me. It was one of my favorites of the whole night. It was brilliant.
Yeah, definitely
brilliant.
So, I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of what's in the chat here at the same time.
Yeah.
As well. So sorry guys, I just want to make sure I keep up with what you're saying. Is Jeff Cobb really £260 at 5'10"? That is heavy, man. That is heavy for his height. That is really, really heavy for a dude of that height. But anyway, Leo Rush versus Kushida. Kushida wins, but it was an absolute barn burner. This is what I saw. Okay, so this match I thought was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And to me, proved exactly why Kushida's got a main event against Steve Macklin at Rebellion. This match was fantastic. There's a lot of people that have been, wanting Leo Rush in Impact Wrestling. He's a great wrestler. He is a fantastic wrestler. But I don't know. There's something about him which just I don't know whether I need him in our locker room. But he is a great wrestler, and I would like to see him wrestle some of our guys at some point, just not necessarily as a side talent. But there you go. What were your thoughts on this one?
This was an incredible match. It was a lot better than I expected it to be, and you were never going to find someone as good as Josh Alexander to fill the slot. But Leo Rush did an amazing job, really, really amazing job, and Kushida got really nasty in this match too, really, really nasty. So it's got me 50-50 almost on Steve Macklin versus Kushida when it comes to Rebellion, because if he can get that nasty with Steve Macklin and take out his arms, then how's he going to hit the KIA? And he's going to have trouble getting him caught in the crosshairs. It's going to be really, really brilliant. It's really got me hyped up for Rebellion this match, which it was meant to do if it was Josh Alexander versus Kushida. It still got me hyped up for this match. And anyone that was questioning Kushida versus Macklin, go check out this and see what Kushida can do one-on-one when he's pushed to his limit, because this was fucking brilliant.
Okay, I love this match. I thought it was great. It's the only one that I actually have seen on the card from top to bottom. I am trying to find all the others because I definitely want to watch that tag team match. So I want to check out that. I'm interested in checking out the Hoss match as well, Moose and Cobb now as well, definitely. Okay. We then got the New Japan Openweight champion Kenta versus Suzuki. It was for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Championship. Now, Kenta obviously gets the win, but I bet this was very, very hard hitting.
It was brutal.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I didn't. There was a big backstory to it. It was like this was like 2 years in the making or something. Kenta had lost the title to Kenta. Sorry, beating Kushida for the title.
Yeah.
And it's like this is like building up for 2 years. He never got his rematch. And all this sort of thing. And it was really, really. It went on for quite a while. I think it was the longest match of the night, which was at times it did feel a bit flat if you weren't really invested into the match, or if you like me, you were getting a bit tired. This match was really, really good. It just showcased what they can do in Japan. Just how it's completely different to US and UK, and some of the submission moves that they managed to pull off on each other was brilliant, and the grappling was good. The strikes are good. Everything was done with authority,
right?
Yeah. And the finish was great too, because it didn't end cleanly, which is what I was expecting it to at least end cleanly, but no. Even Kenta wouldn't give us a clean finish, which was really good to see too. So the Bullet Club walks away with a clean.
Well, he's a heel. He's a heel.
Yeah,
he's a heel.
The Bullet Club walks away with 3 Ws, one way or another, which is also good.
Of course.
I actually forgot he was a part of the Bullet Club until they mentioned it at the end that now the Bullet Club has walked away with 3 wins under their belt.
Pretty awesome. Mears just mentioned in the chat there that he'd rather see Real One in Impact than Leo Rush. I don't know about that either, to be honest. Because he could be a bit of a pain in the ass as well. I've heard he's refusing to work with people and stuff like that in MLW and all sorts of stuff. But I mean, it may be that the creative is shit, and he's like, why do I want to do that? I'll just look like a right idiot. Fair enough, it could be that, but you've got to work with people. Otherwise, what you're supposed to do. But anyway, I heard they're looking to release him, so who knows. Then we get Mike Bailey versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Main event of the night. I want to see this big time. I've seen a couple of clips and it looks awesome. What were your thoughts on this one? Obviously, Tanahashi gets the win. What were your thoughts?
This is poetry in motion. Is that the simple way to describe it? It is. Mike Bailey is incredible. This was a dream match for him. This was a match I never thought I'd see, and it was just incredible. Tanahashi is amazing. And hang on a second, I'm being called.
Oh, okay, no worries. So, as far as I'm aware, all right, mate. Now, as far as I'm aware, this was an absolute cracker of a match. So, like I said, I did see some of the highlights of it, and it looked amazing. So, I think there's about 3 or 4 matches on this card that I really want to try and see. Like I said, I've already seen the Lio Rush versus Kushida. I wanted to make sure I got to see that one because I wanted to see how Kushida was looking leading into Rebellion. Of the day, the dude's got he's got to pull off a main event with Steve Macklin for the one of the big 4 pay-per-views of the year for Impact. So I wanted to see how he did. I'm so impressed with Kushida. I think he's an amazing talent. And again, Tanahashi, just incredible veteran. You can't you can't say a bad word about these guys. They're just fantastic people. They're just fantastic. Norris Sparks, nice to see you, my friend. He's saying that Jay White would do really well in Impact Wrestling. Do you know what? I've thought all along that we might get to see Jay White sign with Impact Wrestling. Maybe that's going to be their big signing of the summer. Could you imagine Jay White signing with Impact Wrestling? The wrestling world will be like, wow. I don't know. You just never know, do you? So let's have a look at the Rebellion, the road to Rebellion so far. We've not got many matches. I think we've got 3 matches at the moment. So we've got the Hardcore War, which is Team Bully versus Team Dreamer. Now, I've been quite vocal that I'm done seeing Tommy Dreamer in a match. He just doesn't do anything for me anymore. You know what I mean? Like, he was great back in the day, but the dude doesn't for me anymore. So Bully, I still like Bully. And do you know why I like Bully? Because we haven't seen him for such a long time, and then he comes back for a little bit, and I'm intrigued to see what he can still do. And the dude can still go. I want to see him in the ring with the Steve Macklins of this world. That's what I want to do. I want to see him out there, Bully Ray, getting putting the big talent, putting the up and coming talents over in a big way. And I think, who knows, maybe once this Dreamer crap is over and done with, we may see that happen. Or maybe the idea is to go all the way to Slammiversary and then Dreamer gets a big feel good moment and Bully gets booted out of Impact Wrestling or something. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm done seeing Tommy Dreamer in the ring.
There is absolutely garbage in here.
Agreed. I wouldn't mind seeing him as a manager, or something like that. I think he'd do a great job as a manager.
Yeah, if Dreamer was to be a manager to Bhupinder Gujjar, that would be a good angle, because Bhupinder Gujjar looks up to Tommy Dreamer, and we've seen that and when he tried to take on Bully Ray, I thought that was where we might be going with that. Dreamer gets taken out of action, so he's like a manager, and then Bhupinder Gujjar is the one that gets even with Dreamer. That was not with Bully Ray. That was something that I thought would have been interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Welcome back, by the way, bud.
Thank you.
But again, you're right. I mean, Bully would be a great manager as well. Imagine if Bully, decided to become the manager of the Good Hands or something.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Or a Dreamer, I don't know, getting involved in, like you say, Gujjar and you and more tag team. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But Tommy Dreamer, get off Impact Wrestling TV. I don't want to see you on there. I'm fed up of seeing your floppy bloody bingo wigs. But either way, I'm sure this is going to be, hardcore to the max. It's a hardcore, classic ECW hardcore war match. you know, I'm sure
it's always fun to watch people knocking the crap out of each other with weapons. That's for sure.
Always, it's always fun.
I do love a good hardcore match. I don't care which company it's from. Any match that involves toys coming out and people just knocking the hell out of each other. It's always really entertaining.
Thumbtacks, Lego bricks. I mean, we need to see it all. We need to see it all.
We used to do
in your nuts.
Yeah, we used to do backyard wrestling. We had found a goalpost and smashed it over my head. It broke.
Is that what happened, Joe? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that where you entered the void?
Oh,
in that moment.
No, I think that was after a VCR was smashed on my head.
Okay, you definitely gone through the wars there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a couple of chair shots in my day, but Jesus Christ, I've definitely not had a goalpost to the head. But there you go.
If I find the picture, I'll try and post it on Twitter for everybody. You'll see me in costume and everything.
Fair enough. We then go on and we've got the Knockouts World title. We've got the Knockouts World title on the line. We've got, at the moment, as it stands, it's Deanna Peraza versus Jordan Grace. Obviously, off the back of Deanna winning at Multiverse United in that 4-way. However, and I'm pretty sure that this is a work and Mickey's going to be fine. I think it will be Mickie James versus Deanna Peraza versus Jordan Grace. And that is a loaded 3-way Knockouts World title match, right?
Yeah. We do love a good 3-way, guys.
And I'm assuming that, when it becomes a 3, it doesn't matter who gets pinned either.
Hardcore country!
I'm so glad we could still do that.
Yeah, this match, even with if Mickie James can't take part in it, is one I'm really looking forward to. It was so heartbreaking to know Mickie James was ready for this match, and then this injury happened. So if she does come, if she's free to compete and able to compete again, because she seems to be on the mend now. And thankfully, the injury wasn't as serious as Josh Alexander's torn ACL.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really good feel-good moment, and then it's going to end the night with everyone in tears because it's like a feel-good moment, and Christ, we got a new champion, because I can see going to Deanna Peraza this match.
I have a funny feeling that they are setting Deanna up for a title.
Yeah,
match. I do.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, and it was going to be amazing if that happens. But yeah, definitely. Right. We've then got obviously the Impact World Title match, which was originally Josh Alexander until he got injured. Obviously, had his tricep surgery. So we've now got Steve Macklin versus Kushida. I mean, that's based off the fact that Kushida did have a title match with Josh, but obviously was unable to compete. So it makes sense that that's who it's going to be. I think this is going to be an amazing match. I think it's going to be incredible. I do think that we're going to end it with a Steve Macklin as the new Impact World Champion. I'm all for it. I've always said that I wanted Steve to take the title off Josh. Even though I'm a massive Josh Alexander fan, I love the fact that he's reigned for so long, but it's time that we had somebody else for a little while. And who knows, a little bit later down the line, when Josh is ready, we've got a Steve Macklin, Josh Alexander feud to look forward to, right?
Yeah. And you've pretty much, I could have seen Steve Macklin taking the title off of Josh Alexander too. I think it was the way everything was building to the Josh Alexander would have had it for over a year by Rebellion.
Yeah.
And it would have been the perfect time for it all to end, not drag on for too long, which it hasn't dragged on at all. That's been the best thing about his whole title run, is it hasn't dragged on at all. It's been
great.
It's been an incredible run end to end. Be it in the tag division as X Division champion or as world champion, he's not had a bad match at all. And
I agree,
but
totally.
Kushida versus Josh Alexander would have probably stolen the whole show on Multiverse United. And Kushida, what Kushida showed me against Steve against Leo Rush, it just showed me that he has got an extra level of nastiness to him. like Alex Shelley. He comes off as a nice guy. You think you can walk all over, but he's a vicious mother.
Oh, he's
if
vicious,
he wanted
mate.
to be, yeah.
Oh yeah, Alex Shelley's vicious. Did you see the jibes that Sammy Callahan was giving him earlier in the week on Twitter? Actually, talking about Alex Shelley, because obviously he's taken a title. He says like the worst person ever to win a title, blah blah blah, and because he's got a match with the fire starter himself, who I might add has now got his own fire starter barbecue sauce, guys. Yeah, the Jake Christ, my buddy Jake Christ, has got his own barbecue sauce, fire starter barbecue sauce. When it becomes available, you need to go buy that shit, right? Because I need to know how good that is. Because I want some. I'm going to get Jake to send me some, right? Because I really, really want to try out this barbecue sauce. Is it going to be as good as JR's? That's what I need to know. I need to know that. I need to know. Can I just say a quick welcome to Courtney, and we've got Dr. Gerbs in the house as well. So it's good to see you, buds. Thanks for joining us. Even though you're a little late, Courtney, doesn't matter. It's great to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. So, digital media exclusive match, Joe. Again, I've not had time to watch it, but I know you have. It was a title match, wasn't it?
Yes.
And it was Heath versus John Schuyler. It was a good 18-minute match, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, there was a good 18-minute match from the entrances to the end of the match. John Schuyler really showed off how good he is as a heel in this match. He came in and before his music even before the announcer got to announce who he is, he cut his music off and just started insulting all the crowd, really getting them really hating him, and which was really funny to see. And he went on for a good 5 minutes just insulting everybody. And then said, "Now you can finish my entrance. Now you can tell everyone who I am." And there was a lot. There was this match wasn't just like a one-off. There was a bit of history to this match too, because Heath was holding the championship for the promotion it was under. I forget the name of the promotion off the top of my head, but Heath is the champion at the time, and he beat John Schuyler for it. So there was a lot of this has been a bitter rivalry building up over the last year. This is like his last shot to get a chance for
is it the Laureata Pro? Was it Laureata Pro?
Yes. It's like that was this is like the last chance.
Laureata Pro is that Brothers promotion, I believe. Well, or at least is it? No, it's definitely. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's the Good Brothers. I'm Doc Gallows,
yeah,
I
think it was Doc Gallows runs it. Yeah, and I know that they do a lot of work with Impact's talent. Yeah, this rivalry has been building up for a year, and this is like John Schuyler's last chance saloon. It's a good match. If you it's also a great match to showcase what Heath and John Schuyler can do outside of Impact Wrestling, because they were really unhinged in this match, and they went hell for leather on each other. It was.
That's good to hear. Okay, so it's worth checking it out, yeah?
It's definitely worth checking it out, yes.
Okay, so it was exclusive on Tuesday. Today, I think it goes out free on the weekend. So make sure you check it out. It sounds like it was a good match. If anybody could tell me if there was a BTI match announced, there wasn't at the point when I wrote my script about 5:30 this afternoon. We didn't have a BTI match announced at that point. So if there has been one, let me know. We then got Impact Wrestling. I don't know why I put Impact Wrestling Live. Oh, I know, because it was going to be Impact Wrestling Live last week. It was Impact Live, wasn't it? It was kind of live. Anyway, we had this weekend on this Thursday on Impact. We've got Dreamer, Uemura, McCarthy, the dude that got involved with Bully Ray at Sacrifice, versus Bully Ray and the Good Hands. So I guess this is sort of kind of like the grudge match with McCarthy. As they put him through a table. He was in the crowd, they put him through a table and all that. So I suppose some sort of kind of grudge match. That's going to be interesting. We then got the revisiting of Eddie Edwards versus PCO again, but in the ring. Well, I assume it's in the ring. I don't know whether we're going to get.
I'm pretty sure it's in the ring this time. If not, it's got to be a buried alive match.
Not again, surely.
or a casket match or something like that.
It's got to be something.
Yeah,
it's got to be something because PCO is not human, is he?
He's not human.
He's not human. So which is good. Oh, hang on. Mira saying we got Heath and Rhino versus Shearer and
Champagne Singh.
Champagne Singh. I'm not buying the Champagne Singh thing, but never mind. We then got Jonathan Gresham versus Bailey. This is who will come out on top in the best of 3. So that's the best of 3. Who's going to win that? I have a funny feeling. I don't know actually, because
I think Gresham's going to win this. Win.
I think they should have just left it in 2, to be honest. 1-1, and then formed a tag team, and boom, you got a fantastic tag team.
Oh, but it ended. It got pretty bitter between the two of them. You know, Jonathan Gresham really showed a lot more arrogance in the second match. So Mike Bailey's going to want to stamp an exclamation point on his win. But I can see. Yeah, I can see Gresham winning this and this getting into a really bitter rivalry, and especially as we're heading towards Rebellion, they're going to have like an extra stipulation in a match because I'm pretty sure they're going to be squaring off, hopefully on the main card, because they were so good at Sacrifice. It was brilliant, that match.
They were good. One of my favorite matches of the night, to be fair. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Don't get me wrong. You know, I can watch them two go all day long. But again, you know, you can only have so much of a good thing. If you remember, we had a massive 7-match feud between Eddie Edwards and Big Mike, didn't we?
Yeah.
For a while, and it was just like, come on, we've had enough of this now. I think, especially when it's in too much succession, I think this could have been a match that they could have left for Slammiversary or something. But a little bit down the line, you know, who's going to win, who's going to beat, who's going to top, you know, the best of 3. And
whoever wins this gets a shot at Trey Miguel. So that's why I think Jonathan Gresham's going to win, because we've not seen him versus Trey Miguel before. We've seen Bailey versus Trey about 3 times. And
okay, that makes sense.
What a match is that's going to be? Trey Miguel versus Jonathan Gresham is going to be insane at Rebellion. You know, you couldn't ask for a better X Division candidate, and possibly someone who can beat Trey Miguel. And almost unexpectedly beat Trey Miguel too, given how great Trey Miguel has been as X Division champion. You don't see he can outmaneuver almost anybody, but can he outmaneuver the Octopus?
Exactly. Can he outmaneuver the Octopus? We do love a bit of Gresham. He's awesome. In fact, I think Jonathan Gresham would make a great X Division champion, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's probably the only championship really that's open to him currently, unless he maybe tag champion. I can't see him going for the world title. I could definitely see him being X Division champion though. I think that would be really cool. It's like the closest to pure, I suppose, you can get really.
Yeah.
But there you go, no limits and all that. I like that Dr. Gerbs. You know, they PCO and Eddie Edwards can have a deathbed match. That'd be interesting. They can have a lightning match, I think is what you want. A lightning match, that'd be cool. Who gets struck by lightning first. Back quickly to the BTI match. So Heath Rhino versus Shearer and Champagne Singh. Like I said, you know, Heath and Rhino, good little tag team. That should be pretty good. Shearer, I've never really liked Shearer anyway. And this Champagne Singh thing, I mean, come on. What a load of shit.
Oh, baby!
Heath and Rhino for the win. Anyway, so we then got on the main show, we got Motor City Machine Guns versus TMDK. Again, we know TMDK are damn good. That Tito dude is pretty badass. So I'm interested to see that, because that's 2 big dudes against 2 little dudes. So I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I'm so excited after seeing what they could do at Multiverse United. I'm looking forward to this. They really beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And the Motor City Machine Guns are just probably one of the best tag teams out there. Period. And
yeah, they got to be one of the best tag teams that have been in the world now for like the past 20 years. They're amazing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'll tell you what else we've got. We've got Jody Threat, who's making her Impact Wrestling debut this Thursday night. You can't miss that, surely.
I'm looking forward to this too. Really, really excited. Just since that vignette when we saw the whole introduction, I could see her and Killer Kelly going down a really, really good rivalry. It's just going to be so interesting to see who she takes on.
It's interesting you say that, but I see Jodie Threat and Killer Kelly kind of united, maybe.
Oh yeah, I can see eventually coming together to take on the Coven, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have them versus the Death Dolls like at Rebellion or at Against All Odds. I think whichever one's coming first.
Against All Odds, baby. I told you it's going to be Jake Christ. Austin takes it all. I'm telling you, it's going to be. No, I'm only joking. Anyway. That is just about all we've got time for this week, guys. But don't forget to tune in to the TNI Impact review show tomorrow night, live on YouTube and Twitch, directly after Impact is aired on Access TV, Fight Network in Canada, Impact Plus, YouTube Insiders, and of course, the DAZN network. Please don't forget to head over to TNI Patreon for exclusive extra content when you sign up. And of course, join our Discord where we pretty much talk about everything Impact and or wrestling related, as well as movies and other sports, etc. Just a quick one. DAZN have apparently got DAZN Plus now, which is a channel on Sky TV in the UK. I think you have to pay for the channel, or you can get it added to package or whatever. I don't think it's very expensive, but I believe, and I might be wrong because I need to check the listings, but I believe Impact's available on it. So on your TVs in the UK, it's definitely worth having a look. If I could be wrong, but it's definitely worth having a look. All TNI shows are available to all of you listening on the Go Fans as audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and wherever you listen to your favourite shows. Where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
You can find me on Twitter at JKEmptySpace. You can jump onto Twitter or Facebook. Look for #EmptySpace, #IntoTheVoid. Or if you fancy to tickle your taste buds and your sense of humor, and if I can get the words out properly, #DailyGiggle. But approach with an open mind, and you just might keep your sanity. And I'll try and keep a straight face without pissing myself laughing.
You did well, buddy. You did well. And if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about myself and the Bison, you can check me out on Twitter at LordBison45. You can check me out on YouTube Shorts with TNI in 60. I'm around all over the place, guys. So when it comes to wrestling, so check me out. You might even see me in the front row of a Wrestle Carnival show if you're in the UK. Make sure you go and check them out as well. I think the next show, we are at Wrestle Carnival 2, I believe, in July. I think last weekend in July. Is that right, Jim?
It's in July 30th. We'll be
front row in Coventry. We will be. And we'll be wearing the gear. If you want to come and join us, I know that there's still a few tickets available. So if you want to come and join us, get yourselves down there. We'll have a lot of fun heckling and taunting the Crowley and a few of the other guys. I hope Lana Austin's on the card. I do like to taunt Lana. But definitely worth that. So if you want to go check us out, that's where you might find us on July the 30th, ringside at Wrestle Carnival. Please take the time to help us out moving up the ranking. Give us a thumbs up. And if you're new to us and you like what you see, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle, a squeeze, or a smash to never miss any of the great content coming out from TNI-UK and, of course, the US teams each and every single week. With all that said and done, to be fair, this is pretty much it. I've been Bison. He's been, obviously, the Joker. You've been the TNI Tribe or the TNI Army, as we seem to be called now. Don't forget to go check out your TNI Army t-shirts, guys, available on Pro Wrestling. ProWrestlingTees.com. Make sure you do it. Oh, also on Spreadshirt. Anyway, all the info is available down below. Make sure you go check it out. All the links are there. If you want to go and buy some of the TNI Army merch, it'd be good to see some of that. Maybe we need to get some TNI Army shirts or hoodies or something, Joe, for the Carnival show. What do you reckon? They will be easily recognizable then if we get the TNI Army shirts. That's what you get. Anyway, as I said, with all that said, I've been Bison. They have been the TNI Tribe, and this, of course, has been the Joker, and this, of course, has been episode 127 of Impacted. Take care,
guys.
We're Butch! We are Impact!